Peace to everyone who catches this message. It's time for a party. Today's party is called In Season or Out of Season. We get together 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time daily, except for Shabbat, what some would call Saturday, to discuss entrepreneurship and service in your community. We have 10 special interest groups that we focus on. And then on each Sunday, we have a question and answer day. That's today. My phone is having a great old time jumping all across the screens right now. Give me just a moment. Let's get everything reset. All right, YouTube land. Shalom Barak to you. Yahweh Shalom Ad Barak. Our Father's peace to you. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Bienvenido. Welcome to. We're not going to be on very long today. There's a playlist that I want to do. And afterwards, I'm going to bounce. Today, my circle celebrated Pentecost, and I saw two ministers get elevated in stature. That's why today's party is called In Season and Out of Season. I have certain quirks about me. I don't do what most people do. So before we even get this party started, shout out to TikTok land. Not gonna bounce over there to see who's there, because like I said, it's gonna be a short party. And the way things work with my device, it's best that I don't get to pushing too many buttons. So yes, we are rocking and rolling. This is a simultaneous broadcast on both YouTube and TikTok, and who knows where else later on. We're rocking and rolling. We've been rocking and rolling since before the electric guitar. We've been rocking and rolling since before that boat that no one wants to talk about, because we were already on boats, traveling, visiting, and casting nets. When I was young, I was still in elementary school, maybe sixth grade. I remember running home just so that I could catch Rap City. There were songs that you could hear on Rap City that you couldn't even hear on the radio. Shalom Barak. Let's see here. Zain Al-Fadi. Let me see if I can get that right. Al-Fazil. Al-Fazli. Because I know DH is really Z. Al-Fajli. Assalamu alaikum, Aki. Zain Al-Fajli. I like that name. I like that name a lot. So yeah, today we're going to listen to a group called X Clan. I've played them a few times, and today we're going to listen to the songs that I have in my collection. I'm limited. I do have access to the internet, and I could play all kinds of songs from YouTube. However, I can't do YouTube right now. It's in the other room, and my brother is asleep. So it's going to be enough that we're going to raise a little bit of ruckus from over here. So I'm limited because I want to show you the device we're using. There you go. 1999 IBM ThinkPad. You see how that screen's blanked out, right? It's actually on. Just can't see, but it's on. There's a certain little button right down here. I've got to reactivate it, and then the screen will come back. I'm always having to work against opposition, and I don't mind it. Keeps my brain working, you know? If your brain stops working, that's when you're in trouble. Much love to you, Krishab Dubé. Much love to you too. Would it be correct to salute you with Namaste? I see the divine in you, bro. My device is jumping around. That wasn't me. I wasn't trying to show. All right. So, I'm going to queue up this playlist, and we can get started. So, let's see here. In order for me to actually see the screen, I have to turn on my flashlight. There we go. Let's see. And X-Clan. I have two different folders. So we'll go with the first folder. And inside of that folder, there are folders. Oh, to joy. So I tell you what, we're going to work out of this one. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll work out of this one right here. Folder number 1, 2 tracks. Speak the Truth, featuring KRS-One and Voodoo. X-Clan. Enjoy, family.
I believed that America was a democracy, and I took that really seriously. Your car. Minute. We are people. We are people. Vainglorious. This is protected by the red, the black, and the green. With the Crossroad walker, Bruce Mandela, got my Mike Jean stripes on the Mega Godzilla. Sam Steen, Rude Boy, Master Killer. My cup still is over, so I cleanse dirty. Rebel Milk Turner, my hydroglycerin greens has all mental burners. Broadcast wild and 10 turners. They serve vocal dramas, from pimps to the llamas. I serve like Benihana. Ghost Never Dada, J Supreme Abba. My son be Yeshua, Earth Seed, Black Madonna. Billy Big Bang, evolution, God ethics. Told tools and soul, one half of mathematics. The conscious terrorist, warfare, kinetics. Extreme level chronic war. Granted it's hectic, deadline for fools. Think twice before you said it. First steps to duty, no hell, you drop it endless. To the east, backwards. And it won't stop. And it will not stop. Forward.
Voodoo.
evolve and expand the blood race and land. The brothers who connection we live, we in the land. We spark the God, man, all nigga. We doing the truth to it because of the all God. The sin to the east is empty. We striking by shore and the sacrifice of war is plenty. One step going down and ending. We stop paying dues in the streets and celery is ended.
Young brother Raza setting the tone. Voodoo.
Specialized pride, you know how we do when we serving that black indigenous farm. Way before the shit is real rap and crime. So let these mortals adapt to the irresistible rhythm of my voodoo style rap. This flawless, express. The phone being quiet is controlling set. The crossroads cycle will replenish the past. If you running on the class, I'll protect your back. Come on. Give the people what they want and commence to slow snapping. From Professor X to the narrator X, you can now cross out the X, the X credit. And my name is Walter K.D., not Cody. KRS One, Brother J, history, y'all. Turn it up. You know what time this is. We gotta. Uptown, downtown, midtown, hit 'em all. I'm at the best culture, come big it up. Worldwide DJ, artist, ambassador. KRS, Brother J, what you say? Wait for the DJ to spin it up. Back in the struggle chain is great, let's live it up. Worldwide DJ, Brother J, pass it up. Brother J, speak the truth. I'm coming forward by the day like my time is impeccable. My sense of the garden truth like the sentinel. Battlefield war, now a four-star general. Teaching hip-hop about the violence and mineral. Messenger, I'm sent in the image of the Most High. Wisdom we unify, freedom we do or die. Truth, the solution I envision through my third eye. Body, mind, spiritual, manifest, sanctified. Open-eyed rebel, several levels peripheral. Overseeing the battle of knowledge versus material. Inferior minds and chip knowledge like cereal. Genocide of pleasures, lack is a life difficult. Prison from the flesh, living triple stage darkness. Infinite condition will turn soldiers to targets. Time for the heartless to ride out the bench. I'm a player coach boys and underground trench. This is uptown, downtown, midtown, hit 'em all. I'm at the best culture, come big it up. Worldwide DJ, artist, ambassador. KRS, Brother J, what you say? Wait for the DJ to spin it up. Back in the struggle chain is break, let's live it up. Worldwide DJ. I'm not a pacifist. I'll kick your ass in this. If you ain't ready for the truth, stop asking, Chris. There's no revolution without revelation. And I realize it's cats that want to fix this situation. Then I realize a little late with it. But that revolution only works for those who participate in it. We have the conferences and summits and cats who think in it. Meditating, praying, and I said I'll relate to it. But the racist foundation ain't shaking it. If the faith-based initiative money, they taking it. So now the feds got your mouth all sewn up. The Pentagon hit it, say our house blown up. Arnold Schwarzenegger, a foreigner, kiss the world of the Crips. The president needs black leadership. We need to raise up our leadership so our children can grow up and freely lead without reading the script. Downtown, midtown, hit 'em all. I'm at the best culture, come big it up. Worldwide DJ, artist, ambassador. Yeah, KRS, brother J, what you say? Wave on the DJ, we swing it up. Back on the struggle chain, let's break loose and live it up. Worldwide DJ, brother J, Washington. Brother J, yeah. Though I am that I am in this illusionary land of liberty and justice and my beast of man. Though my blood flows deeper than the oil of my brand, so many folks still in denial of my permanent tan. Was I stay with my Sam when homie said he's my man? When he needed more science to assemble his land. From Big Ben to Pentagon to the White House law. My work tab is deep, the reparations be born. 40 acres in the mule, over the gun and the horse. Watch me fly like rosewood while I assemble a force. So many people are lost, going back to the source. Only interest of the worker where your clothes the boss. Navigator been a lost and they wonder they choose. Hip hop is coming out from MCs to pop news. As bad as the original, we heard the news. Always giving one death until we vanquish the schools. Uptown, downtown, midtown, hit 'em up, hit 'em up. The best culture, come pick it up. Worldwide DJs, politics, and message. Yeah, KRS, brother J, what you say? Wave on the DJ, we swing it up. Back on the struggle chain, let's break loose and live it up. Worldwide DJs, brother J, watch it, yeah. Higher sciences, a lyrical archdiocese. I teach and preach what self-reliance is. I don't care about them critics and their biases. I am hip-hop, I don't depend on appliances. Meaning that when I'm speaking my rap, I don't need any technology to produce it. In fact, I can't wait for you and me to build, so I can really explain it. Hip-hop, not the last of the human skills. Hip-hop, I'm being it, cause I'm freeing it. But the civil rights leaders ain't seeing it. They don't agree with it, they want to be equal with the white. But I don't believe the hype, I want to be equal with the right. And if I need to, I'll fight this thing. Cause police work depends on the rights of a snitch. Now let's switch, now let's switch, now let's switch. 3 times I change things like the Matrix done glitch. Go on, chase some chicks and get paid. But chicks are really chickens and you told me to still afraid. Yo, you in the chain, you on tomorrow. Victory over the streets, that's our motto. Whoa, yeah, get your hands up. My man, brother J in the place. Throw your hands up. One all in your face. Put it out, put out your hands up. Rock your hands up. Rock. We should take player. Word up. Shout the whole crew. Yo, what's up with y'all?
All right, 2 down and who knows how many more to go. So as I was saying, I used to run home so I could check out Rap City. It would come on around 4 o'clock. Got out of school somewhere between 3 and 3:30. Took approximately 20 minutes to walk home. There were a lot of hills. I'm old school. I had to walk up and down hills to go anywhere. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna turn on the handy dandy flashlight. Go to the next folder. So y'all give me just a second. Run home to check out Rap City because the state where I was living in, when I was young, there was no such thing as hip hop. Oh, there was rap. There was all kinds of rap, but no, there was no hip hop. Second folder, we have Tribal Jam, X-Clan. Enjoy.
We have come by way of the stars, by way of the Nile evermore. We have come, speaking the tongue of the pharaohs, descending from such. We have come in love of the ancestor, the struggle continues. Loving heart, strong sun, firm fist. We are those. We are evolutionists for justice. People try to front and call us prejudice. I know they know the truth. They call us battlers, the great warriors. That's the systematic radicals who put their hand in the candy dish to full of mint. Governments taste the these dissents. I heard you on prankster, ultimate gangster, daytime shooter, nighttime shankster, the phone tapper, just a little dapper so you think. My color's blacker than his pink. Deciding for barrels of travel, the narrows and all of that are such. See me at the crossroad, pimp strut. I'm quite illogical, but never been a savage. Gene scientific, but I never had to map it. I'm harder than the diamond that the eater might steal. I'm never mythical, divinity is real. Mine say still, ever stable to the end. Nations begin, black watch will defend. So now you raise the flag of the blood-faced earth. Freedom or death, and death unto birth, we carry on. I am a man of the soil, crossroad walker, grapevine swinger, the pyramid stalker, making God music in sync with the universe. So here we go again, another brother verse, back into time on the banks of Nile, writing up papyrus, beating the dial, looking to the sky from the city beyond, counting to the nine, cause the mission is on. Some line connection with G's degrees, start never dimming, third eye of the seas, beyond dimension, beyond the soul, the label of your car inscribed on the scroll. So what you gonna do but ride to the scale? On your knees to the east, all hail the grand creator, the host of children. How could you think to conquer his dominion and exist? Coming from abyss, we are this. See the black fish take a kiss, and from your earthly dwelling you're dismissed. So can you dig it? Now with the key, back into the swinging of reality. Divine principality, formalities are none. Son of a gun, I'm brother one, I am his son. Enough. On the stars who are born in genetics, anti-Semitic, ridiculous chill. How you gonna copycat the pyramid's bill when a nation wears colors in respect of the build? Coming through the gap in the mountain on an elephant. The world just shiver, I'm the earthquake president. Walk the path and my steps remain. Back to the den, grab a hold of the main. A link bar. Meet me at the road, a following soul. Young to the old, walking in the path of the pure life as they contemplate. But I obligate to demonstrate without struggle, no peace, and surely no state of mind. And what kind of nation will become? Brothers and sons of what is, we have come. We continue. Osiris, Isis, Abraham, Solomon, Mohammed, Jesus, Black glorious. This is protected by the red, the black, and the green, with the key. I was sitting by the river with my warrior's gun. A bunch of cave boys try to house my drum. I never bust a sweat because it's not at all tragic. Voodoo, wonderful my magic. I came across the sand on my faith alone. Eating cooked meat while you gnawed the bone. Sitting by the fire while you froze and came. A bunch of silly thieves with the nerve to say you're brave after you cowards. Right systematically, killing they conniving. Doesn't never like us, but it seems you're always trying. Try to say we're dumb, but it seems you're always thriving. From the science, so now I bear you. Sit heed the words and raise the flag to prepare you for the coming of the ones that never fear you. Don't you know a brother like myself will only dare you to act foolish? We have come. Child of the sandbox, follow through the drum. We have come from with the mathematics sum. Now you wanna ask what's the dumb diddy dumb? The X. Shalom. 1990, the tribal weapon. Uh-oh. The guy.
$1990. What were you doing in 1990? I was 14. It was about 2 years before I took the Sahaba. The Shahada. About 2 years. And I was curious about a lot of things. There were a lot of groups that were being played on the radio, and I saw a lot of things on TV, but it just wasn't matching right. Wasn't where I needed to go. That was the second folder. Let's see what else we got. Assalamu alaikum, Aki. Third folder. What do we got here? 2 songs. Verbal Milk and the word, Heed the Word of the Brother. All right. These are 2 great songs.
Jay says, yuck. Straight from the temple of everlasting. Me, PXO, and the X. Chilling. Cleaning the baby. Hey, Brother J, time for a ride. What the key to the ignition? And then, yes, blue. I come on to go. We're immortals through the portals, through the book bowl. I'm going blackwards to the east, to the D, to the dumb. B5 come to the travel drum. I'm sitting on my temple, just plucking silly mortals. Making peace of mind to my many sons and daughters getting loose. As I release the juice, I'm more into the iris because a simple mother bitch can never hang with the words that ever go the grammar. I'm singing raise the flag because I hate this Michael banner because you can't get with me. You label me enemy. Your comments on the moral side are labeled as black for me more than I am. Plus the taste in the jam, plus the X in the clan, that puts a brother on land. It's like that, y'all. You don't stop because the sight of the watch is sure to shot from the beginning. From the beginning is the winning is an ever. Unearthly existence forever. You think your deep-based system is clever? It's a simplistic endeavor. I checkmate, terminate, never late, contemplate. Mind state is never fake. Hesitate to lose. No shoes ever do. I kick around in boots. I simply drop a sign that speaks about the purpose in our nature's flavor. Lacking from the clean, now a dream for the younger. When will the river take rain? Is it a joke or something you can't cope with? Devils keep avoiding. People keep on hoping for the move and groove. Put your dead body in the soothing mood. Don't need no air, no sex, and no food. The tool is mine to you. Blackwood Road. Riding the crossroad. Brother J on the wheel. Sugar shaft in the back with Queen Nefertiti. Yo, Jay, push it through the full 9. And let's move. Soon. Dates dark 00 and the circles with green. Brother one makes up a system, bring oppressors to need. I speak a language universal. Check out how I use it. Brothers of this planet, labeled as music. I come and I go from where the land with the milk flows. Earthbound tomorrows what they lack, the brother will know. I'm building temples made of many dimensions. Your logic and cosmic are not an extension. The many gather and they say, bro, Jay, tell me the direction of the crossroad way. Up on the downstroke valley in the middle. On through the thorns as if you could ever figure. Nothing is balanced unless balance is irregular. Misplaced, heat, chaos, the base. So talk to Doodoo and Mr. Voodoo. I'm like the guru, your baby's doing judo. Why don't you just sit and contemplate on this? This is much more than your white boy kiss or your back gold chain. The wash on your brain, the fleas in your system. What then remains but a science that's deeper than deep? 9 for hard, harder than hard. So now the journey to God begins. From the blood to the greenness of earth. Elemental is my nature and the strength in my birth. And the zeros who remain until truth is key. To release us from the shackles, Armageddon will be. It's like that, y'all. You don't stop. A sugar shaft in the house, you don't stop. A brother Dave funk the lesson, you don't stop. A paradise architect, you don't stop. Professor X overseer, you don't stop. X plan in the house, you don't stop. Black watch for the justice, you don't quit. Listen, with a diamond in the back, a sunroof top, a ride called Pinky, and a black boot to the pedal, push back to the full 9. We step to you in blackness with a extra lean. By the way, Vanguard, this is protected by the red key in the ignition. Sissy. Exist in a state of vainglorious, as we are protected by the red, the black, and the green. Heed the words of the brother. Sissy. Let us the words, the phrases, the paragraphs. Heed math as day begins class. Science of past is now brought to the blind face of the scroll. Straight to the verses. Gods are gods, so gods demand. Many kings, many leaders, a fist from a hand. They call me militant. Now what does this mean? Do I carry a gun to leave a heart? For the cause will never pause. It's simply to the brother. Raise the flag, wave the colors. Red, black, green with the keys, the difference. Words make a way in the world of the instant. Live to die and I die to live again. Degrees. Comprehend. A man getting stronger till he's man no longer. Unearthly state makes the time too short. Forever radiant awareness. Blood forth for one. Open eyes, strong shut. Practice first. Stand about what I teach. So your whole stand starving as I start to reach. Blackness brought from the Genesis. Will exist to Armageddon is a witness. The vessels built the earth. One must be aggression to learn a basic lesson. Quite majestic, stir with the reality. A juggernaut when you tamper with mentality. Or with a crown, extending the dimension of a brain cell. Bringing health to the forever tables, where we always trying to obtain, no attempt to achieve. The limits of kings and queens that like justice. Live a potential, quality, jealousy. A water weed becomes tendency for their thievery. Alright, cool. But no need to pull a tool, that's a fool. I get my words like to produce the words that they dream about. It's another way of taking out these sissies. When we try to extend our principality. With a book and I have madness. From beginning out the end, observe me. Ignorance is not a trend. So as a beckon, for a few seconds, full games. Mastering birds of the verse. Is a foresight shirt. Egyptian, African, now I'm on a black watch. Check my sundial, simple as a clock. I hit the shadow as the moon reflects the sun. Creator's eyes make a path of a light. So now walk softly and carry a big stick, a bird stick. So you name it from a lake. Generate the body spread jam to the white bread. And the book of this one band warriors. Unearthly resistance, strong with persistence. Grand brother with a justice. Tribal connection, pyramids, witness the book bearer. Life sharer, not the error. Brother is balanced like the scales of thought. And even my man makes stones use. All systems, positive, personal peace. Psycholic arm is a key. Black is a color while blackness state of a mind state. But how many people think Brother J can find a better way? So be it. Plan it down and make it stay I serve a purpose. Yet I'm not the G.I. Joe, I am the brother. You are can never swear. This is step to the mic and stage areas. I got the science that breaks the club barrier. Words won't make me more than a beginner. The key open knowledge and plays in the town. American a man, African a brother. Don't forget the land, cause the birth is from the mother. A violence in place, obtained and discovered. Tune in your audio, and he will know the brother. So Aristotle, Plato, Socrates, step off.
Today's party is called In Season and Out of Season. See, my mind works differently. I've had someone come and ask me, well, how come you won't go over here and get a job just for a season? And my answer was, why would I go get a job when I already have something I'm supposed to be doing? I have an assignment to do. I have work to do. The person was very puzzled. Well, how can you call that what you're supposed to do if you're not eating? How can you call that what you're supposed to do when you're barely paying rent? How can you call that what you're supposed to do when nobody knows about you? So I waited for them to ask 20 questions. And when they were done, I said, I'm not worried about if I'm barely paying rent because I'm actually paying rent. Not worried about if I'm not eating because, yeah, I'm eating. I won't lie, I'm not overeating. I'm eating. Sometimes I fast on purpose. Sometimes I wake up and my body tells me we're fasting today. And then there's times where I'm fasting because no, I didn't have enough to go and buy some food. Yes, it happens. It's happened quite a lot in my life. I was conditioned to fasting when I was young, not because of no food being in the house. When I was 12 years old, my body started telling me that we're going to be fasting. I didn't know that. That's real. In season and out of season. That means you're going to do no matter what. The same person that was asking me about whether or not I would go and get a job was the same person that was using a quote that I would never use. I'm not going to rob Peter in order to pay Paul. That's not me. So the mindset that this person was coming from was illogical to me. The whole setup. Most people, they want the best dirt, the best water, best sunlight before they plant a seed. That's not my duty. My duty is if I run across somebody who asks a question, I'm supposed to plant a seed with no doubts. I don't need to doubt on if it's the right season. I need to plant a seed. Whether in season or out of season, do work. We got one more folder, and then I'm closing out. ADAM. There are a couple of more songs that I know I have in my library. However, it would involve me going and digging around. And considering I have a darkened screen, I'm not going to hold you all like that. So, one more song. ADAM.
Come, welcome to this archaeological find at the road with the spring before the coming of the sun. Peeking at you from the eastern side of Plutonia, dressed in armor order to meet destiny with a strong black will. 10 see you in from the 0. Take him to the 3, stand firm at the 5. Here's a star and a shield to support you at the 9. It's like A.M. Prepare your mind, run to your children. Fire, air, water, let the earth make flesh. Let's see from the Father, how funky can you get? Now my activity is cosmetivity. I'm on it with my soul, my God, my reality. I'm not measured by tradition or any type of religion. Not even cosmic dimensions and such. But many fools, they try to post the duel, try to post the front, but they know it ain't cool. Yeah, boy, my mind goes back to things just like the cosmic battle. When sword was my rattle, shield was my bit, that's a buckle on my grip. Not measured by my word, but the deeds that I did for God. A logical God that was created and formed. Verbal shogun, yes, the cosmic storm. Who throws the lyrics to bust? I roll them up within my powers, both sealed, and God we trust. I laid it down from circumference to dry space, and now I'm back again, quite lyrical to kick my bass. energized by another plane. My logical fanatics will try to examine my brain. They can't beat me, so they try to eat me. They can't keep me, so they try to break me. Positive spin again and again, degrees in the spin. Verbs are locked joyous, still immortal with a grin. Make you feel like you're down in some godly waters. Take control of your body like the farmer's daughter, and let you beg for control. What's the reason? What's the reason? Yo, I'm son of the chaos, so my brothers call me cosmic. Tales of a tribal brother Jay, we're trying to rock it. 6 foot black boot guard, the suit of the warrior. So now I'm calling you, check me out. A-D-A-M. Prepare your mind, run to your children. Fire ear, wanna live the see from the bottom. The hot pocket, can you get down? The rhythm must come to touch when it's time to bust and all the moles lay crush. Dark summer get darker, cause I existed in the valley of the father. I got whooped by my mate cause the boot had a taste of the curse that served as a marker. Now here we go, the deal for all the little isms. To define me in simpleities, hell no. On with the flow, here we go, Sigamo. When I slip on back into the black with bro. Niggas didn't catch it anyway. They tap me on my back talking about yeah, Jay, yeah, right. East I flow, east I go. Cover both your eyes and what do you know? What do you see? How does it be? Is it circumference? So what's up, G? It's like that on the break with a river milkshake and the garlic bang glorious break.
You shall be moved, logical one, after a clear pulsing with energy from the sun at my beckoning. You and your grandma built without the zero pride shall humble, stumble my way to might to a neat pretender. Your time has come.
I once walked the heavens with Gabriel, walked through the desert with Israel, traveled on to Mecca with Ishmael, crucified, resurrected. Now ask how I feel. A.D. that I am, come from the flesh to Father Solomon, from a pinky to the thumb of my hand, bring her up the caddy and the chapel to the jam. Well, you're the judge of the prophet and all that. Still a pep with a crown of a Yankee hat. Hey, in the action, brother, what's the time? Is it African drum with some space age prime, man? You're not at all, I say sexual, infectual, delectable. I'm not a masturbating intellectual. I couldn't read it from a book because that bores you all. So come to Abuja, Kuju Jakalia, Ujima, Ujama, that purpose Nampadia, Kauba, Omani, Dora Samani, came to the planet, Father Apple left his body. Leave the boy in the coffin within. Raise your head, that's the A to the D to the A to the M. This is the message from the cosmic storm that the Darius and the judges disbelievers be warned.
With a shield of David on the grill and the hat spin proudly adorned with the color pink. Bring on your G's, your Q's, your R's, and your alphas. It is time. Shalom. And you don't stop. This is it.
We've made it to the 43-minute mark. Can't remember if Rap City was an hour long or a half hour. And then on Saturdays, I could tune into MTV and watch Yo MTV Raps. And they show a few different videos. The idea is, I grew up on hip hop because rap has been around since people figured out that rhyming can sound pleasant. Rap has been around for a long time. Rap is not hip hop. Just because someone tells you that they're going to lump something in a group doesn't make it true. There were all kinds of elements to hip hop before lyrics were even introduced. Rap is not hip hop. Today's party is called In Season and Out of Season. Yahweh Shalom Barak. Our Father's peace be with you. Allah wa assalamu alaikum. Yahweh Ahava, our Father, our Creator, is love. Ahava Ahava, love is love. That makes complete compassion. Amitabha Ame Tofo. That is compassion in both Japanese and Chinese. We get together daily, except for Shabbat, to speak on entrepreneurship and service in your community. Today is question and answer day. I basically broadcasted an answer. Wasn't really coming in today for any questions. We've had a great day today. Today was actually Pentecost. And the assembly got together. There were two ministers, well, actually four ministers who were raised in stature. Congratulations to you. We all have been raised in stature because every time you go out and you do work, it elevates you in your soul. So next time, hashtag kindness is contagious. Go out there and be the reason why someone else smiles. Go do a random act of kindness. In the name of our Father, Yahweh Elohim, move with the direction of Ravak HaKadosh. Follow the example of Yahashua HaMashiach. Amin Selah Hashem. Ravak Ashad Kati. Always glad to be of service. Mucho me gusto.